Hi there, and welcome to our channel. Today we are looking at what remains of the former Grand Manor House of Sheriffhall in Bonnie, Scotland. Approximately 150 metres from the Sheriffhall Roundabout stands a Doocot, which has been formed from the stair tower of an old manor house. This was once a great stone house with two large wings and a central block, ornamental with pepperpot turrets and crow step gables, built of local sandstone and basalt. This Jacobean-style mansion stood on high ground, adjacent to the lands of Dalkeith Castle, and overlooked the main thoroughfare between Edinburgh, Dalkeith and the roads to the borders. The ground floor of the mansion consists mainly of a large meeting hall, for as its name suggests, its owners had been sheriffs of Edinburgh and nearby Musselburghshire. The first known owners of Sheriffhall were an old Midlothian family, the Giffords, who possessed it for over 3 centuries. In 1485, James Gifford, Laird of Sheriffhall, had to forfeit all his lands and property for the crime of treason, for siding with Alexander Stewart, the Duke of Albany, against King James III, and for befriending the English herald Blue Mantle. But the Gifford family did not lose their hold on the estate. In 1566, David Rizzio, Secretary of Mary Queen of Scots, was brutally murdered in Holyrood House, being stabbed no less than 56 times. James Gifford of Sheriffhall is named along with 2 other Giffords, William and John, and many earls and lords of high Scottish rank, as being one of the main perpetrators in this vile and treasonable slaughter of David Rizzio. At the end of the 16th century, James Gifford was Laird of Sheriffhall, but at the beginning of the 17th century, the Giffords began to convey their lands to James Buchanan, and shortly after 1623, Sheriffhall passed to its new family. James Buchanan died in 1628, leaving 2 sons, Henry and John, the second of whom succeeded to the estate. He sold the estate in 1631 to John Stirling, son of William Stirling of Ochile. Stirling held the estates for less than a year, conveying them to William Douglas, 7th Earl of Morton, in 1632, and he in turn sold them along with Dalkeith to Francis Stewart, 2nd Earl of Buccleuch, in 1642. After the death of Earl Francis, the house became the dower house for Lady Margaret Leslie, widow of Earl Francis. She was the first widow of Lord Balgony and was a lady of high birth, as her portrait in Pinkie House shows. Shortly after this period, Sheriffhall ceased to be a separate residence for the Buccleuch family, and the old house fell into gradual disrepair. In 1663, John Leslie, 7th Earl of Rothes, was made Commissioner for Charles II to the Scottish Parliament. Dalkeith Castle and Sheriffhall were deprived of their furnishings in order to make ready Holyrood House for the King's residence. This part of the estate was home to Sheriffhall Colliery, which was mined for many years. The mining underneath eventually led to the instability of Sheriffhall House. After being empty for many years, the house was eventually demolished in the early 17th century, but the name remained. Sheriffhall can be seen on the Adair's map of Midlothian from 1735. The stone from the old house has been repurposed to build houses, barns and walls in the surrounding area. The only part of the original house still to exist, namely the stair tower, has been converted to a Doocot and is now in the 21st century the habitat of the peaceful dove. Once again, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like, share and comment on the video. It is very much appreciated. See you next time, and bye for now.